Imagine you're walking down the street. You're constantly facing down at the ground. You don't even care to observe your surroundings, look at the trees, the sky, the birds flying around. You just care about looking down at the ground because you don't want to be judged by anyone. And oh, maybe you got some new kicks, you know what I'm saying? You got some new sneakers, so you don't want to damage them. But then you didn't even realize that the girl that just passed you could have been your wife. So many people nowadays lack so much confidence, and I catch myself lacking confidence as well. But here's some ways that I found out how to boost my confidence. Now, the first thing is to stop looking down at the ground when you're walking. So if you ever go outside, just to go out for a walk, or maybe even get some groceries or get a bite to eat, do you find yourself looking at the ground when walking? Like looking at the ground more than you're observing around you? Because there's so many people on the streets that I pass by that are literally looking face down at the ground. Like their necks are a 90-degree angle, just staring at the ground. Like they don't even care to observe around them, to look at other people, to see what's going on around them. They just care about what's literally 2 inches in front of them, and they keep walking like this. I be seeing some attractive females doing the same thing too. Like they're literally just constantly looking at the ground. Like they don't even get the chance to see my gains. Imagine you're one of these people just looking down at the ground for so long. You're just looking down, and then your head says, "Oh, you hear something in the distance. Let me see what's up there." And then you look up and you see a person right there, and then they just give you eye contact. And then now all of a sudden, oh, you're startled. They just looked at you. Now they probably think you're weird for looking at them and giving them weird eye contact. So then you go back down to facing the ground. So a habit I found out to help myself with this is to tell myself to not look down. So to keep my eyes at this base level or up. Anything below, do not even bother to check. Because, you could check once in a while, just to look, see maybe you're going down the steps or whatever. But if you're just outside walking, observing nature, there's no point into just constantly look down at the ground, but like look around, see what's around you, see the earth that you're living in. Try to keep reminding yourself to keep your eyes at a baseline level like this, or up, or around you, but not down. Because when you're looking down, you're giving others that signal that you don't want to be bothered, you don't want to be looked at, you don't want to be judged. And it's just going to give you that lack of confidence. The second thing is to stop comparing yourself to others. Now, I made a video previous on this, but I feel like I have to bring this up again because there's so many people online that are literally photoshopping their looks. Like if you go on Instagram, bro, Instagram is literally like the highlights of people's lives. And most people and models and, even guys, gym influencers, they Photoshop their looks. They're not looking ripped with like a 10-pack all the time. No, bro, I guarantee you, if you go up to them in person, there's no good lighting. There's no cameras with all these like different video effects and all that. They're gonna look pretty much the same as you. Obviously, like if you don't go to the gym and work out, they're obviously gonna have a better physique than you. But they're not gonna be looking as good as they do on social media. Now, people that compare themselves with others can actually get body dysmorphia. So if you compare yourself with all these, different influencers, there's always gonna be someone with a better physique than you, someone that's gonna be looking better than you. You may not even realize that they're taking steroids, but because they look better in that Instagram reel, you're gonna feel down. You're gonna be like, damn, like I'm not looking as good as them. I may not ever look as good as them. But if you have high expectations, you could use that as motivation. You could be like, you know what? I want to look better than this dude. Because most people with higher goals generally succeed than those do with small, realistic goals. The way to get out of this and actually boost your confidence is not to compare yourself to others, but compare yourself to yourself. Look at the day one journey. Take a picture of yourself at day one. And then take a picture of yourself a year later. You're going to see huge progress. I know I see huge progress in my progress because I took the pictures. I look back at where I started and I'm like, damn, like I really did a whole year of workout. I really did a whole year of working out and I'm here. I did a whole year of grinding and I may not look as good as some people, but I can definitely say that I've improved myself by 1,000%. The choice is yours. You can always compare yourself to certain influencers and all that, but I guarantee you that you're going to find someone who has a better physique than them and so on. To maintain and boost your confidence, always look back at your progress, not others. And the third thing is to get in shape. Start going to the gym because I know when I was skinny fat, like a year ago, I was not proud of my physique. Like I would not take a picture of myself and send it to a girl and say, I look good. Like that's not how it works. So to improve your confidence with your body, start going to the gym or even work out at home. That's what I did for most of the year that I've been working out for. I've been doing calisthenics. I had like a 10-pound weight. I was using my book bag. I had a pull-up bar. I was going crazy at home. So get creative with your workouts. To those who have a very, very high body fat percentage or a very, very low body fat percentage would not be proud of their physique because one has too much meat on him. You know what I'm saying? He has too much to carry and stuff like that. So he's not going to be proud to show that off to girls or to impress his crush. That's not how it works. Or if they have a very, very low body fat percentage, their bones, their rib cage are literally going to be showing. What kind of man wants to just show off skin and bone? You know what I'm saying? They want to show that muscle. So start improving your physique. Do it at home. Do it at the gym. Get creative. Use water bottles or water jugs. I was using Arizona jugs when I was in high school in my book bag to start lifting weights. But do whatever you can. Get creative. Now, the fourth thing is to stop doubting yourself. There's so many opportunities that I've missed because I doubted myself. Because I told myself I didn't look good or I wasn't in shape. Like, yeah, I wasn't in shape, but that doesn't mean I can't get in shape. Or you're saying, oh, I don't look good enough for people, or I'm not smart enough for this, or I'm not athletic enough for this, or you just make up a million excuses and start doubting yourself. And pretty much you're not going to get anywhere by doing that. Now, there's a book that I've been reading called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I don't know if you guys ever read it, but there's a little quote in this book that I find that could be applied to this. And they were saying like, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I can't afford to do this. Instead of saying I can't afford, say, how can I afford this? How can I be better? If you don't have the physique you want, you know you don't have the physique you want, and you know you got to go to the gym, but you keep putting off that day to go to the gym. You say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day, and you just keep delaying yourself. So instead of saying you can't go to the gym or you don't have access to a gym membership, tell yourself, you know what? How can I bring the gym to me? How can I do the workouts? You're going to keep doubting yourself in life. You're literally closing the doors towards your goals. Like for me, I started NoFap, you know what I'm saying? If I kept doubting myself each time I failed, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this physique. I wouldn't be making this YouTube because I would have stopped myself right then and there. And I probably would have continued the bad habits. But I told myself, how can I stop relapsing? How can I actually avoid relapsing and doing the same mistake over and over? How can I train my mindset to become stronger so I don't relapse? Last way you can improve your confidence is to enjoy the present moment. Because if you're constantly thinking about that thing that happened a few years ago, oh, maybe they don't like me now because of what happened back then, or if you're making up some random scenario in your head about the future, something that hasn't even happened yet. We make up all these excuses and random scenarios in our head that often the only thing that's holding us back is ourselves. Learn to enjoy the present moment. You can start meditating. When you're meditating, you are literally living the present moment within yourself. You're controlling your breathing. You're just aware of your conscious. That's the only thing you're aware. And that conscious is your current present self. And once you do learn how to enjoy the present, then you can actually make better decisions for the future. That is going to be it for today's video. Let me know down in the comment section below if you did enjoy today's video. And remember to keep surpassing your limits. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Love y'all. Peace.